That's a good one. Welcome back. I want to thank everybody for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, following, being a part of the movement, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Thank you all for being here and thank you all for supporting. Now, today I'm going to be continuing to bring you guys some more financial information. And today I specifically want to talk about um, something that's kind of big and trending right now, and not because it's big and trending, but because I think that it's actually important that we take this seriously. I'm going to be doing a few more videos about this to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best information that I can, as well as continuing to give you guys some different ideas and options. So there will be some more follow-up content to this, and today we're going to be talking about the stimulus, of course. So I'm going to give you guys some ideas of different ways you can spend your stimulus before it gets here, as well as once it gets here. I'm going to keep continuing to bring you guys some more information and some more ideas on ways that you can spend your stimulus, or what you can do with that stimulus money, even if it isn't necessarily spending it, um, without putting yourself in a compromising situation. So, with all further ado, let's go ahead and start out with a vacation. Now, the word vacation is always, thought of as just, oh, well, when I take a vacation, I have to take a big family trip. We have to go out of state, this place, that place is inconvenient, and we're going to spend a lot of money. No, that's not what a vacation always is, or at least not to me. What I call a vacation is anytime that I can escape my normal daily cycle. So when I say a vacation, I'm not telling you guys to go spend a whole stimulus check, the whole $1,400 on um, on a vacation. I'm not even telling you to spend a whole hundred out of that, but take some money and go do something that you like to do. Um, you know, and do something that's different from what you normally do to free your mind up and open your mind space and get you creatively thinking and moving around. So rather that may be, going downtown in your city, maybe walking around downtown, getting some ice cream, maybe it's pizza, you like whatever it is, give yourself a little mini daycation. Something to really excite you and get you flowing and kind of back and just rejuvenate it. So like I said, I'm going to recommend that you do something small for yourself, first and foremost, because it's very important that we don't forget ourselves and our own mental health when we're talking about our financial health and well-being. Because if we're in a bad mood, or if we've been experiencing other dilemmas and conflicts, and we never take a moment to think about ourselves, that's going to force us to do other things that are financially irresponsible, and splurge in some way, shape, or form that we shouldn't have, or do something that we necessarily shouldn't have for our money management. Now, the next thing, of course, is you can take that money and you could save it. You can put it in a traditional savings account. You could put it in a CD. You could set up a CD ladder with that. You know, you can find different ways to save it. You can put it in, your IRA, whatever it is that you determine, would be your best way to save that money and put it to the side. So that's just something to think about. I always tell everyone to think about saving or having a little, barrier, which goes into our next thing that you can do. You can create your emergency fund with that. So, of course, $1,400 isn't a huge emergency fund, but it may, save you rent for a month, or, save you on a couple other bills catching up, or things in case you are to fall behind. So if you don't currently have an emergency fund, it is good to have some money put to the side, to have as an emergency fund just in case. So I will have that as another one of my recommendations. Now, one of the more important ones is paying down high interest debt. If you have high interest debt that's a revolving or recurring bill every month, and you're getting hit with, 18, 20, 25, 30, 40% or higher interest, you need to pay that debt down, because that's going to cost you to recurring every single month, be forcing yourself deeper and deeper into a hole that you don't want to be in. So if that $1,400, you take it and and put it up to that high interest debt, now what you're in turn doing is actually freeing up monthly cash flow and that monthly cash flow can be used to be invested in something else, because now you've paid that thing down and you've gotten rid of all of that interest. So always, think about that, and how that can be used to your advantage. Another thing is to pay your bills ahead. Now, this isn't something that's going to necessarily always, be something that you're going to hear, because there are other options that you can do with the money that are going to in turn make you money back, rather than, paying ahead. But again, sometimes having a little bit of extra cash flow, for a little while can, in turn change things around, or prevent you from ever ending up in a situation. If you're always a month ahead on your rent, or 2 months ahead on your rent, depending on where you live, it's going to help you, because if you ever do fall into hard times, lose your job, whatever it is, now that we're in this pandemic situation, it's always good to be ahead and be thinking ahead. Um, the next thing is, stocks and crypto. Stocks and crypto are big right now, and they're big for a good reason. If you can, take some time out to learn the stock market, don't go and throw your whole stimulus in there if you don't know the stock market. What I want you to do is, if you don't know the stock market, take a small amount, maybe take $50 out of it, and learn some trends, test it out. Once you've made some money off of that $50 and you're confident with it, then go back and take a few $100s more or something, and invest in a stock or crypto. Specifically, look into dividend stocks, because with dividend stocks, they're usually pretty solid, stocks, and they usually do have a quite steady increase, as well as giving you a nice little kickback, quarterly, or annually, or however that dividend stock, releases its dividends. So that's always something else to think about. You can start a small business with this money. Take some of this money out of the stimulus. Again, I wouldn't recommend you taking your whole stimulus, necessarily, and starting a small business, because you do still want to have an emergency fund for your business. So if you're going to be doing this, you have to do this appropriately. I'm going to be giving you guys some more small business ideas that you can start up with your stimulus check. It won't include using your whole stimulus check, and these are going to be things that are profitable, that I've seen people using, that you can use and build from, and grow your small business. So this is something that I definitely want you guys to think about, is what small businesses you could specifically get. Another thing, of course, that gonna kind of go hand in hand with small business are certifications, or schooling, or education. Invest in your education. Buy a book, buy a course, go to school, get a train, CNA, whatever it is that you can do to in turn increase your income and allow you to build and grow, and be more financially stable. So always take that into account whenever you get some extra money. How can I use this to educate myself and reinvest in myself, or reinvest in my business, or whatever it is, or my portfolio, that's going to allow me to in turn make more residual income in the future. So those are the basic topics that I want you guys to kind of start thinking about before I start bringing out more topics and introducing you guys to some more things. As always, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for staying tuned. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. And I will see you guys in the next